Hello and welcome to another session in mathematics. In this session, we'll be looking at quadratic equation, and our main focus will be on word problems leading to quadratic equation. But before that, let us take a review of our previous lesson. Welcome back. We're going to cover word problems leading to quadratic equation. Okay, when solving quadratic equations involving word problems, the first thing we need to do is to translate the statement or the problem into a quadratic equation. We translate it into a quadratic equation, then we use any of the methods of solving quadratic equations. Okay, then after that, you need to bear in mind that you must obtain two solutions. You must obtain two roots of the given variable, and the solution may be the same, maybe positive or positive, or it may be negative and negative, or sometimes it may be a positive and negative as well. At times negative answers are not accepted. Do you know why? Whenever it involves age, length or size, it cannot be in negative, so it must be positive. Also, if the problem involves length and width, like in rectangles, the higher value should be the length. The higher value is taken as the length. So let's take some examples. Example number 1: the product of two numbers which differ by 1 is 72. Find the numbers. The product of two numbers which differ by 1 is 72. Then we are asked to find the number. Okay, solution. The first thing we need to do is say, let x be the first number. If x is the first number, then the second number will be either x plus 1 or x minus 1. Since the statement says that they differ by 1, it's either x plus 1 or x minus 1. Let us start with x minus 1. If we use x minus 1, that means that the product of these two numbers will then be x into x minus 1, and that will give us what? 72. Do we understand? Since they told us that the product of these two numbers is what? 72. Therefore, x times x will give us x squared. X times 1, x times minus 1 will give us minus x, to be equal to 72. Then making it to be like a quadratic equation, we have x squared minus x, then minus 72 equal to 0. So a quadratic equation has been formed. Okay, let's solve that by factorization method. By factorization method, we have our sum of roots to be what? Minus x, and our product of roots to be equal to what? Minus 72x squared. You know how we did that? The sum of root is the middle term, and the product of root is the first term times the last term, which is minus 72 times x squared. That's how we got minus 72x squared. So we find the product of 72, that when we multiply them, we have minus 72x squared, and when we add them, we have minus x. Okay, these two factors of 72 are minus 9x and 8x. Okay, minus 9x plus 8x will give us minus x. Minus 9x times 8x will give us minus 72x. So we use them to replace the sum of roots. Therefore, we have x squared, right, minus 9x plus 8x minus 72 equal to 0. We'll pay it, and we'll have this. Therefore, what's common in the first bracket? X is common. We have x minus 9. What is common in the second bracket? 8 is common, right? We have x minus what? 9 to be equal to 0. So have x minus x plus 8 into x minus 9. Remember, the two brackets must be equal. If they are not, then you are wrong. Okay, so we have that x plus 8 is equal to 0, or x minus 9 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 8, or x is equal to 9. X is equal to minus 8 or 9. Okay, that's for x equal to what? Minus 1. Then when solving for x to be when solving for x plus 1, we have the product of the two numbers to be x into x plus 1 equal to 72. So we have x squared, x times 1 will give us plus x minus 72 equal to 0. Okay, we also factorize 2. If we factorize here, we have sum of roots to be x, and the product of root to be what? Minus 72x. Okay, in this now, our two factors of 72 would then be 9x and minus 8x. 9x minus 8x will give us x. 9x times minus 8x will give us what? This is 72x squared. 72x squared. Okay, now we replace the middle term. That will give us what? X squared plus 9x minus 8x minus 72 equal to 0. We pair them. What's common in the first bracket? X. We have x plus 9. What's common in the second bracket? Minus 8. And we have x plus 9 too, such that minus 8 times 9 will give us minus 72. Okay, the two brackets are now equal. So we have x minus 8 into x plus 9 to be equal to 0. Okay, x minus 8 is equal to 0, or x plus 9 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 8, or x is equal to minus 9. We have x to be equal to 8 or minus 9. So when using the two numbers to be x and x plus 1, we have the values of x to be what? 8 and what? Minus 9. And when we use the two numbers to be x and x minus 1, we have our x to be what? Minus 8 and 9. Okay, let's solve another question. Question number 2. The length of a rectangle is 3 greater than the width. If the area is 208 centimeters square, find the perimeter. Find the perimeter. Okay, in this question we should be conversant with the length of a rectangle. We should be conversant with how to solve the area of a rectangle and also the perimeter of a rectangle. Okay, so we start. Let the width be x. Let the width be x. If the width is x, then it means that the length of the rectangle is then equal to x plus 3, because we are told that the length of a rectangle is 3 greater than the width. So if width is x, it means that it is what? The length is what? X plus 3. Do we not understand? And then we are told that the area of the rectangle is what? 208 centimeter square. And remember that area of a rectangle is equal to length times width. Length times what? Width. Length times width. And the length here is what? X plus 3, and the width is what? Is x. So 3 plus x times x is equal to 208. X times x will give us x squared. 3 times x will give us what? 3x to be equal to 208. Okay, converting it to be a quadratic equation, we have x squared plus 3x minus 208 to be equal to 0. So a quadratic equation has been formed. Let us now solve. Okay, by factorizing, we have our sum of roots to be what? 3x, and our product of roots to be what? This times this, we have minus 208x squared. Is that correct? Okay, the factors of 208 such that when we add them, we have 3x. When we multiply them, we have minus 208x squared. Okay, you agree with me that we have 16x and minus 13x. 16 minus 13 will give us 3x. 16 times 13 will give us 208. So we replace the middle term with the both of them. Therefore, we have x squared plus 16x minus 13x minus 208 equal to 0. We pair them. What is common in the first bracket? X is common. We have x plus 16. What is common in the second bracket? Minus 13 is common. We have x plus 16. And this is equal to 0. So we have x minus 13. That is this x here and this 13 into x plus what? 16. Therefore, x is equal to what? 13. This is equal to 0. Or x is equal to minus 16. So x is equal to 13 and what? Minus 16. And since we are dealing with the length of a rectangle, the answer is positive, not negative. Okay, and then we are told that the length of the rectangle is 3 greater than the length of what? The width. And we've gotten the width now to be what? 13 cm. Is that correct? We've gotten the width to be 13 cm. Permit me to clean something here. Let's clean this and make use of the space. Okay, we've gotten our width to be what? 13. We've gotten our width to be 13. So our length will then be equal to what? 13 plus 3, which is equal to what? 16 cm. That's what? The length. And then for the perimeter is equal to 2 into L plus W, where L is our length and W is our width. So 2 times length plus W, that is what? The value of the perimeter. And then that will give us 2 into 16 plus 13, which is 2 times 13 plus 16 will give us what? 29, which will give us 58 cm. Okay, to refresh your memory on what we've done so far, kindly provide the answer to the following questions on the screen. Welcome back. So far we've been able to deal with quadratic equation, and we've solved word problems leading to quadratic equation. We'll stop here today. So do well to use the lesson note on the platform for better information and understanding of what we've just done today, and feel free to drop your questions or comment on the comment section. Till meet again in our next class, stay safe and bye.